जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन। नून तेरा अनसारी, नून तेरा अनसारी। तेरा धमाधव कुंजा बिहारी, तेरा धमाधव कुंजा बिहारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन। नून तेरा वनचारी, यमुना तेरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन। यमुना तेरा वनचारी, यमुना तेरा वनचारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम जय राधा श्याम सुंदरा श्याम सुंदरा जय जगन्नाथ बलदेवा जय सुभद्रमा जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभु नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि जयम श्री विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भगवद गीता की समवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from the book Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, Purushottam Yoga, Yoga of the Supreme Person. Text number 3 and 4. नारूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते नारूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यं ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयात् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयात् तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यथा प्रवृत्ति प्रसृता पुराणी यथा प्रवृत्ति प्रसृता पुराणी न रूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततं पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयात् तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यथा प्रवृत्ति प्रसृता पुराणी. Word to word translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Na, not. Rupam, the form. Asya, of this tree. Iha, in this material, in this world. Tata, also. Upalabhyate, can be perceived. Na, never. Anta, end. Na, never. Cha, also. Adi, beginning. Na, never. Cha, also. Sampratishta, the foundation. Ashwattham, banyan tree. Enam, this. Suviruda, strongly. Moolam, rooted. Asanga shastrena, by the weapon of detachment. Dridena, strong. Chitva, cutting. Tata, thereafter. Padam, situation. Tat, that. Parimargitavyam, has to be searched out. Yasmin, where. Gata, going. Na, never. Nevartanti, they come back. Bhuya, again. Tam, to him. Eva, certainly. Cha, also. Adyam, original. Purusham, the personality of God. Prapadye, surrender. Yata, from whom. Pravruti, the beginning. Prashruta, extended. Purani, very old. Translation. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Thereafter, one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender to that Supreme Personality of Godhead from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial. Purport. It is now clearly stated that the real form of this banyan tree cannot be understood in this material world. Since the root is upwards, the extension of the real tree is at the other end. When entangled with the material expansions of the tree, one cannot see how far the tree extends, nor can one see the beginning of this tree. Yet one has to find out the cause. I am the son of my father is the son of such and such a person, etc. By searching in this way, one comes to Brahma, who is generated by the Garbhodaksayi Vishnu. Finally, in this way, one reaches the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the end of research work. One has to search out that origin of this tree, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, through the association of persons who are in knowledge of that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then, by understanding, one becomes gradually uh, one becomes gradually detached from this false reflection of reality. And by knowledge, one can cut off the connection and actually become situated in the reality. The word asanga is very important in this connection because the attachment for sense enjoyment and lording it over the material nature is very strong. Therefore, one must learn detachment by discussion of spiritual science based on authoritative scriptures, and one must hear from persons who are actually in knowledge. As a result of such a discussion in the association of devotees, one comes to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then the first thing one must do is surrender to Him. The description of that place whence having gone, one never returns to this false reflected tree is given here. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the original root from whom everything has emanated. To gain the favor of that personality of Godhead, one has only to surrender, and this is a result of performing devotional service by hearing, chanting, etc. Is the cause of the extension of the material world. This has already been explained by the Lord Himself. Aham Sarvasya Prabhava, I am the origin of everything. Therefore, to get out of this entanglement of the strong banyan tree of material life, one must surrender to Krishna. As soon as one surrenders unto Krishna, one becomes detached automatically from this material extension. From this material extension. Om Ajnanathimirantasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Namavam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you for attending today's Srimad Bhagavad Gita class. I also humbly seek the blessings of all the devotees to discuss the glories of Purushottam Yoga for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada and the assembled devotees. So, before this 15th chapter, Lord Krishna ends this 14th chapter with the two important things. He says, Mamchaya avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So he's saying, Mamchaya avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate. One who renders avyabhicharena bhakti, which is devotional service unfailing in all circumstances. By that, what will happen? One transcends the three modes of the material nature. So this is a very wonderful thing. So by rendering devotional service, unmotivated devotional service to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, we can transcend the modes of the material nature. And so in that purport, Srila Prabhupada explains, to be rendering devotional service to Krishna means one must be on equal platform with Krishna. So and that platform is Brahman. Just like a king, to be a personal servant of a king, one need to have a similar quality. So to render devotional service to Krishna, one has to be on the Brahman platform. And so Krishna is explaining that, the secret of that. So and then next sloka is saying that Brahmano hi pratishtaham. And that Brahman rests on the Supreme Absolute Truth. And Supreme Absolute Truth is Lord Krishna. So he ends that 14th chapter with this note that by rendering unmotivated devotional service to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, one can transcend the three modes of the material nature, and that Brahman rests on the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So after that, Krishna starts with this Purushottam Yoga, Yoga of the Supreme Person. So one may ask, so if devotional service is the essence of everything, one may ask, what is the usage of the Vedas? Because there are so many Vedas, there Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Sama Veda, and Atharvaveda. Other Vedic literatures are also there. So what is the purpose of them? And to have attachment to Krishna, one should also have detachment to this material world. So attachment to Krishna and detachment to this material world has to happen simultaneously. If one has attachment to this material world and at the same time he wants to attach to Krishna, that is not possible. So attachment to the Krishna and detachment, they are like parallel and they have to go simultaneously. So in this chapter, Krishna explains the purpose of the Vedas and how to cut attachment to this material world. These are explained in detail in this 15th chapter. So before we are reading today third and fourth sloka. Before this, Krishna explains a wonderful analogy. So he's explaining Urdhva Moolam Adas Shakam Ashwattam Prahuravyam Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Veda Saveda. This is a wonderful tree. He is comparing this material world to a tree whose roots are upwards and whose branches are downwards. So this is something interesting analogy. Actually, not only Krishna compares this material world to this banyan tree, he also says this material entanglement of a samsara to this banyan tree. You know, this tree that does not exist in the material world. So even on the bank, where does that exist? If we go to any shore of a river or ocean, then we can see such a tree. There, the roots are upwards and the branches are downwards. So Krishna is explaining this analogy. So just like this water, the reflection of the original tree is based on the water. Similarly, the material existence is based on the desire. So this desire is the root cause of our coming into this material world. Our coming into this material world. How? So Krishna, like we also understand from other literatures, when a living entity wants to enjoy separately from Krishna, Krishna has multi-potencies. One of the potencies, illusory potency, it has two things. One is Avarnatmika Shakti and other is Prakshepatmika Shakti. So whenever any living entity desires to enjoy separately from Krishna, This prakshepatmika potency, throwing potency, throws the living entity into the material world, and avarnatmika shakti covers the living entity. If living entity is not covered, so he cannot enjoy this material world. That's a so-called enjoyment. So this tree is uh, based on the desire. So Janasya Krishna Vimukasya Daivat. When living entity shows his back to Krishna, then living entity is sent to this material world. So this means, what does this mean? So if even in the material world, if one does not have any material desire, so even though he stays in the material world, he does not stay in the material world. So only one who has material desires, so he stays in the material world. So we know wonderful examples like lotus. Krishna's all bodily parts are compared with the lotus. So lotus, even though it stays in the muddy, keychad, what happens? It is not affected by the dirt. So this is a very wonderful example. While staying in the material world, while staying in the dirt, it is not contaminated. So similarly, one who does not have any material desires, even though he stays in the material world, he does not stay in the material world. So similarly, I am from South India. So in South India, all the people, whenever they go to any temples, they carry these coconuts. So if you see coconuts, after some period, when it gets dried, what happens? The coconut pearl gets separated from the shell, even though within the shell, but it is separated. So a liberated person is also like that, one who is free from material desire. So this tree does not exist. So Krishna is speaking about this tree whose roots are upward and the branches are downwards. And Krishna says in 1 and 2 shlokas, these branches are downwards, and among the branches downward, there are certain branches which are going upward also. So what does this mean? These branches signifies the different planetary systems. There are 14 planetary systems are there, and each planetary system has a certain type of species living in that system. So some are upper planetary system, some are lower planetary system. The branches which are moving upward are the upper planetary system, and the downward are lower planetary systems. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, ऊर्ध्वं गच्छन्ति सत्त्वस्ता मध्ये तिष्ठन्ति राजसा जगन्य गुण वृत्तिस्ता अधो गच्छन्ति तामसा. One who is in the urdhvam gachanti sattvasta, one who is in the mode of goodness, he will be elevated to the higher planets. That means upward branches. One madhya tishtanti rajasa, those who are in the mode of passion, they will be in the middle planetary systems. Jaganya Gunavrittista Adho Gachanti Tamasa. Those who are in the mode of ignorance, they will be sent to the lower planetary systems. So the upward branches and the lower branches represent these different planetary systems. So this is one thing. And Krishna says in the second shloka, how these how these trees nourished, just like a roots of a tree nourished by water. Here that this tree is nourished by the three modes of the material nature. So also the tip of the branches are the senses, and the twigs are the sense objects. So this is a very interesting thing. This tree is nourished by the three modes of the material nature, and the tip of the branches are the sense objects, and the twigs are the senses. So here, when a person, living entity based on the desire, moves from different branch to branch. So according to the branch he is situated, he gets a certain type of senses. So according to the type of senses he has received, so he enjoys a certain type of sense objects. For example, there are 8.4 million species of life. Each have the senses are there. 5 Karmendriya and Jnanendriyas are there. But the way the senses interact with senses objects are different. Like for example, a pig likes stool, eating stool, so it relishes that, but a human being cannot relishes that. Even though senses are there, that kind of senses, they relish a particular type of sense objects. So this branch, tip of the branches and the twig signifies that. Also nourishment, So we know from Bhagavad Gita and other chapters, Karanam Guna Sangasya. How which living entity gets to which, attached to which branch, saying Karanam Guna Sangasya. By the association of the modes of the material nature, living entity gets a certain type of body. According to the type of body he gets a certain type of species, certain type of senses, and accordingly he enjoys certain type of sense objects. Also, Krishna says there are secondary roots, attachments and aversions. So living entity, when he comes, he likes some people, he likes something, but he averses, he hates something, he hates some people. The most important part of this tree is leaves. Chandamsi yasya parnani. The leaves are the Vedic hymns. So Vedic hymns. So one who knows the how to come out of this tree, how to cut attachment to this material world, is actually the knower of the Vedas. So Krishna explains in second chapter 40 to 43 shloka, Yam imam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avipaschita vedavada rata partha nanyadastiti vadina. So avipaschita, matlab less intelligent people, they get attracted to the pushpitam vacham. So flowery words of the Vedas. So Vedas is like a very dense tree. One who enters without knowing the purpose of that, he will get lost. So most probably he'll get attracted to the flowery words of the Vedas. Pushpitam Vacham. Krishna is saying Pushpitam, flowery words of the Vedas. What is there in the Vedas? Mainly fruitive activities. So what do? Kamatmana Swarga Para. They are lusty after enjoyment. So for that they desire to go to the higher planetary systems, and keeping that desire, they think Nanyat, there is nothing, no other goal is there. So but this is not the knowing of the Vedas. But actually the less intelligent people get attracted to this tree by following these ritualistic ceremonies, but that is not the purpose of the Vedas. So Krishna explains in this chapters, the purpose of Vedas is to know him. By knowing him, we will cut off attachment to this material world. So one who gets attracted to the Vedas are like they get attracted to the green leaves of this tree, and the fruits of this tree is dharma, artha, kama, moksha. They are the results of the fruitive activities of the living entities, and this entire tree is based on the desire. So coming back to today's shloka, so it is said, actually before touching this shloka, so actually this chapter also speaks about sambandha, abhidheya and prayojana. It says what is the relationship living entity and the material world to the Lord, what is the process that we need to follow to achieve him, and what is the destination, that is clearly explained in this entire chapter. So after explaining this tree, so Krishna is saying na rupam asyeha tatopalabhyate. So that tree, what Krishna is saying, whose roots are upwards and whose branches are downwards, that tree we don't see. Tatopalabhyate na rupam asya iha. In this material world, na labhyate, that is not seen, because original tree is the other side. So that is the spiritual world, and the material world is a reflection. So he's saying that na rupamasya, that tree is not seen in this material world. So Prabhupada is also saying, since the root is upward, the extension of the real tree is at the other end. Real form of this tree cannot be pursued in this world. So he is also further saying na anto na chadir na cha sampratishta. Na anta, it has no end. It has na cha adir, no beginning, na cha sampratishta. It also has no foundation. So it is very difficult to trace out the beginning of this tree, end of this tree, and the foundation of this tree. How? Because we exactly don't know when the living entity, out of the desire to enjoy this material world, come in contact with the material world. No one knows, and no one knows when it is going to end. So that's why it is very difficult. Krishna is saying na anta nanto na chadir na cha sampratishta. It's very difficult to find out the beginning, end. So, and what happens, living entities, once they come into this material world, into this tree, they move from one branch to another branch. They only move from one branch to another branch. So Krishna, Srila Prabhupada in many places he explains. So when living entity wants to enjoy this material world, he's thrown into this material world, and after that what happens? There's in Bhagavatam very wonderful shloka is there. Pumsa striya mituni bhavametat tayor mituni hridaya granthi mahu. Ato gruha kshetra sutapta vittai janasya mohoam aham ameti. So as soon as we come into this material world, we are conditioned by the concept of mindness and I-ness. Aham and mameti. Everything what I see belongs to me and I am the proprietor. Based on that, I identify myself. So since I born in an Indian country, so I identify myself with Indian. When I acquire the qualification of engineering, so I identify myself as a engineer. So what happens? Already we are conditioned with this conception. What happens when it comes to this material world? When a man and woman unites, pumsa striya mituni bhavam etat. When they unite in sexual life, tayor mituni hrudaya granthi mahu. The attachment between them grows, and then that is called hrudaya granthi. So then husband feels she is my wife and wife feels she is my husband. Then what happens after marriage? It extends, it expands. Ato gruha. When marriage happens, the couple needs gruha. Ato gruha kshetra. Then they need field for working. Ato gruha kshetra suta. They need their children of the relatives with for their maintenance. They need some wealth also. So they started with little concept of I and minus. When they unite and they expand, and then what happened? Janasya mohoyam aham mameti. That aham mameti concept grows further, and further. It becomes deepens. So if you ask Sukadeva Goswami in the second canto, he says the nature of the materialistic person. What he does? Nidraya hriyate naktam vivayena cha bhavaya divacharda haye rajan kutumba bharane nava. So what happens after marriage? So if any devotee approaches them, he says that I don't have time to practice Krishna consciousness. Why? Because divacharda haye rajan nidraya hriyate nakam. So day long, what they do? They put all their endeavor in earning wealth. Why? Kutumba bharane nava. I need to maintain my family. But at least can you do something in the night? No. Night what they do? Nidra. They sleep. And nidraya hriyate naktam. So what else they do? They enjoy in the sex life. So there is no time for Krishna consciousness. So as soon as a living entity desires to enjoy separately from Krishna, is thrown into this material world, and when is thrown, the covering potency of the Lord covers, and then living entities entangled more and more and more. That's why it says that Nanta, there is no end to this tree. When entangled with the material expansions of this tree, one cannot see how far the tree extends, and it does not even, the person who is entangled, it does not even understand. So then he says Ashwatthamenam suviruda moolam. So after explaining there is no beginning, there is no end, Krishna says in third line, Ashwatthamenam suviruda moolam. This banyan tree, suviruda moolam, its roots are very deep rooted. It's very difficult to shake up those roots. So then what shall we do? How to cut this tree? Asanga shastrena dridena chitva. So he's giving the formula of getting detached from the material. Asanga shastrena, by the weapon of detachment, and dridena chitva, by being strong. So he's saying this kind of tree can be cut only by the weapon of detachment. So Srila Prabhupada says in this shloka, in the purport, the attachment for sense enjoyment and lording it over the material nature is very strong. So we also understand that a living entity natural propensity is to enjoy. So no one needs to teach him. So Srila Prabhupada says in many of the lectures, you see, if a living entity, small boy is there, is not yet became lusty. And when he attains a puberty, when he attains a mature age, he automatically gets attracted to the opposite sex. So no one needs to teach him. So that bhoga, the tendency to enjoy is inherently there in the all the living entities. No need to teach, but the training is required to cut the attachment to this material world, to cut our enjoyment propensity. So Rishabdev talks about this. What is the nature of this sense gratification? Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma yadindriya pritaya apnoti na sadhu manyam etatmanoyam asannapi kleshada asadeha. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma yadindriya pritaya apnoti. So one who considers sense gratification as the aim of life, yadindriya pritaya apnoti, sense gratification as the aim of life, what happens? Nunam, pramatta, they become mad. Whoever keeps the sense gratification as the goal of the life, they become mad after sense enjoyment. And for that madness, what they do? Kurute, they perform vikarma, all kinds of sinful activities. So Rishabh Dev is suggesting his two sons. An intelligent person, nasadu manyam yata atmanoyam, asannapi kleshas. An intelligent man should not get entangled in the sense gratification. So the sense gratification one starts, that leads to madness. No intelligent man should endeavor for this sense gratification. Although this material body we got by the result of the previous fruitive activities, this temporary body needs to be used to cut off this attachment, to come out of this material world. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, Yahi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonayo evate Adyanta ontu kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. What people consider happiness. Happiness is sense gratification is a compared as happiness. Yahi samsparshaja bhoga. When senses come in touch with sense objects, what happens? Dukkha yonai evate. It is the cause of dukkha, misery. And what it has? Adi anta vantu. It has the beginning also, it has the end also. Nateshu ramate buddha. One who is an intelligent person does not relish in the sense gratification. He keeps himself aloof from sense objects, just like a tortoise. When an enemy comes, it immediately withdraws. So the Krishna conscious person withdraws his senses from the sense objects. So that's what he is saying. Attachment to this material world is very strong, and the lording it over material nature. Everything. So even the modern scientists also, everyone, what they want to become great persons. We want to control the material nature. So we saw the birds and we try to imitate the birds by finding out the aeroplanes, and we want to also capture the moon. That's why there are moon journeys. But Srila Prabhupada says clearly, moon is far from the sun. So all these are bogus. No one has gone ever to the moon. So also to establish that there is no God, they do so many experiments. Recently Hadron Collider experiment was there. And nowadays the famous thing is mobiles. Just by knowing the nature of the electron, they came up with these semiconductor devices, and using those semiconductor devices, mobiles. So they want to control how they want to come in contact. They want to establish communication the far 100%. But what happened of that controlling the waves material nature? It resulted in so many negative things. People are feeling loneliness. They are distressed. They don't have anyone to share. They're almost all the time occupied with these things. So this tendency to enjoy and lording it over material nature, what happens, and that has a repercussion effect. So Krishna is saying that this tree, this material enjoyment, that propensity has to be cut by the weapon of detachment. So Srila Prabhupada says is how this can be cut. By one must learn detachment by discussion of spiritual science based on authoritative scriptures. So weapon of detachment, asanga shastrena. So what is that? So to come out of this tree, what we should associate with the devotees, and from the devotees, we should hear about the subject matter of Krishna, about the spiritual topics from the mouth of a devotee. By this, what will happen? We will develop detachment. We will develop detachment. So otherwise there is no possibility to cut, because it is very difficult to cut off. Daivi hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. Mameva ye prapadyante Mayametam Tarantite. It is very difficult to surmount the modes of the material nature. So, Asanga Shastrena Dridena Chitva. So, by the association of devotees and discussing the topics of the spiritual science, Krishna consciousness from the mouth, from the devotees, and we should cut off this tree. So, in the fourth sloka, after that, after cutting the tree, what we should do? So, Krishna explained that. So, one Maharaj was saying that, like, even in the association of devotees, we should be very careful. Even though we may associate with devotees, but we should always discuss about Krishna consciousness. Matchitta madgata prana bodhayanta paraspara katyantascha mam nitya tushanti cha ramanti cha. This is the test of the devotees. When two devotees come together, what do they do? Matchitta madgata prana bodhayanta paraspara. They discuss with each other about me, about Krishna. Katyantascha mam nityam tushanti cha ramanti cha. So this is the test of the devotees. So by doing discussion of Krishna, we automatically develop detachment to this material. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita. Janayati Asu Vairagya Jnanam Chayat Ahaitukam. Vasudeve Bhagavati. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhakti Yoga Prayojita. By rendering devotional service to Lord Sri Krishna, hearing about Krishna, chanting about Krishna, Janayati Asu Vairagya Jnanam Jayad Ahetu. We develop two things. One is detachment to this material world, and other thing is knowledge. Ahetu, causeless knowledge we receive. So this is also test whether we are progressing in devotional service or not. So by associating with devotee, discussing about the Krishna consciousness, we develop detachment, and this detachment is also a sign of our progress. As we are practicing Krishna consciousness, if we are not developing detachment, if we are not feeling distaste for this material world, that means there is some problem in our practice. So these are the things we should test ourselves. Like while I was studying my 12th class in our chemistry lab, there is a test happens. So they give a particular set of chemicals and we need to identify what is that chemical. So in my 12th standard, I got the copper sulfate, which is bluish in color and it has a certain taste. So based on the properties, we will identify whether what is that chemical. So similarly, by knowing whether we are advancing in knowledge of Krishna consciousness or not, or if we are developing distaste towards material sense objects, material enjoyment or not, these two will show whether we are advancing in bhakti. So after Krishna says, after cutting this tree, what we'll do? Tata padam tat parimargitavyam. So after that, parimargitavyam has to be searched out. After padam has to be searched. After cutting this tree, we need to search out. Yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuya. We need to search that place. Once we reach that place, we never come back. So Krishna has given hint about this, about his abode in this line, but later he explains clearly. Natad bhashete shuryo na shashanko na pavakah yadgatva na nivartante tad dama paramam mama. So Krishna is saying, my abode, that abode of mine where there is no sun, there is no moon, there is no electricity, and one who comes there never returns back to this material world. Krishna is saying here, so after cutting this tree, one needs to search out that place. By going there, one will never come back. So later he is explaining about his abode. So one should feel very excited when one understands there is no sun, there is no moon, there is no electricity. And you know, in this material world, these three are very important. Without sun, without moon, no vegetation is possible. Somo bhutva rasatmaka. Moon gives the juice to the vegetation. Without moon, the vegetables will not develop the taste. So without sun, there is no photosynthesis happens as per the science also. And without fire, there is no cooking. And we also have fire within our stomach. Without fire, even our food does not get digested. Pachami Anna Chaturvida. So Krishna is a fire digest. So without moon, without sun, without electricity, this material world is difficult to see. But Krishna is saying, in my abode, that spiritual abode, these three things are not required. Why? Because naturally, by constitutional position there everything is effulgent, everything is conscious, everything is effulgent. So Krishna is suggesting that after cutting off this tree, one should search out that place from where no one comes back. After that, what one should do? So that's what even in Bhagavatam also there is very wonderful shloka in the first canto. Tasyaiva heta prayateta kovido na labhyate yat brahmatam uparyada tal labhyate dukkavadanyata sukham kalena sarvatra gabira brahmasa. Tasyaiva heta prayateta kovido. For this reason, Kovida, intelligent person, what he should do? Na labhyate yat brahmatam uparyada. Should not search for something that is available. You should search for something that is not available in the topmost planetary to the lowest planet. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Mahatala. So 14 planetary systems are there. So intelligent person should search for something that is not available in this. Na labhyate dukkavad tasyaiva heto prayateta kovita na labhyate yet brahmatam uparida. By moving from upward to the lower planetary system. Tal labhyate dukkavad anyata sukham kalena sarvatra gabir. So anyhow you're happy, just like distress comes automatically, happiness also comes automatically. So one should not, focus should not be that. So one's focus should be to search for something. By reaching that place, we will never return back. So Krishna is saying then, Tameva cha adhyam purusham prapadde. So he's saying after that, what then we surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he's saying first we should cut off this tree by the weapon of detachment, and Prabhupada explained that detachment is discussion about spiritual subjects, and after that we should search for that place, and after searching for that place we should surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then here it is qualified. Then who is that person? Cha Adyam Purusham. That person is the original personality of Krishna, original personality of God. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karana. He is the person, Ishvara Parama, Satchidananda Vigraha. His nature is Satchit Ananda. He is eternal, blissful, and completely cognizant. And he has a beautiful form. Anadiradir Govinda. He is the Adi of everything, he is the cause of everything, but there is no cause for him. So he says like that. Even in Bhagavad Gita 4th chapter, he says, Ajopisan avyayatma bhutanam ishwarupisan prakritisam ajstaya sambhavami. Ajopisan. He never takes birth. So, saying Purusham Adhyam is the original person. And what else is Yata Pravritti Prashruta Purani, from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial. So even in this shloka, Srila Prabhupada quotes about this Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita, one first shloka. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhava samanvita. Aham, Krishna says aham sarvasya prabhavo. Everything, both animate and inanimate, everything comes from me. Everything comes from me. I am the source of both material world and spiritual worlds. So then Krishna is saying, Bhajanti Mam. So one who is intelligent, Aham Sarvasya Prabho, Matta Sarvam Prabho, Iti Matva Bhajante Mam. Those who know this, Krishna is source of both material and spiritual, what they do? Buddha Bhava Samanvita. They engage in the devotional service of the Lord. So after surrendering and to that person, and is the original person. Also Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, first sloka. Janma Dyasya Yataha. Krishna is the original root of everything, from whom everything comes. Nityo Nityanam Chaitana Chaitanam. Krishna is the maintainer of everyone, of everything. So in this, Srila Prabhupada is given one analogy. I am the son of. So one who wants to do research is going. It's ascending process. You know, I have my father, and his father is also as a father. Like that, if we go on searching, then we'll come to the Swayambhu, who is Brahma. And Brahma is born from the lotus of that emanated from the navel of the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. So Srila Prabhupada is saying Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. Finally, in this way, one reaches the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the purpose of the research also is to reach the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If one is going in that direction, that research is fruitful. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. So Purusha, Adyam, Purusham. So, in summary, this shloka, so previous two shlokas, Krishna is explaining about the tree whose roots are upwards, branches are downwards, and these branches also some are moving upwards, some are moving downward, and this is nourished by the three modes of the material nature. Their leaves of the Vedic hymns, and their twigs are the senses objects, and the tip of the branches are the senses. This is nourished by the three modes of the material nature. In this material world, we don't see that tree because it's a reflection of the original tree which is in the spiritual world. So he's explaining clearly how to cut off this tree by asanga shastrena, by developing the by the weapon of detachment. And how that develops? So he's saying that one must learn detachment by discussion of spiritual sense. So one must discuss in the association of devotees about the spiritual sense. Srila Prabhupada also says very wonderful in thing. What is the surrender? Surrender is a result of performing devotional service by hearing chanting. So Bhagavad Dharma, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. So a devotional service starts with chanting and hearing. And result of that, doing that is surrender. So also then surrender to whom do we surrender? To the original supreme personality of Godhead, from whom everything emanated. So what happens while I was working in my when I was working in Bangalore? So I approached a person during Bhagavad Gita marathon. I approached one of my colleague to take Bhagavad Gita. So he said that, oh, actually, I don't want to take Bhagavad Gita. He said, why? I asked him why. Then he said, first I want to study the Vedas. Why? Because then after studying the Vedas, then I will come to the Bhagavad Gita. So in this chapter, Krishna is explaining Vedescha sarver ahameva vedyo Vedanta kritveda videva chaham. There is no purpose to, there is nothing, we need not to study all the other Vedas. Actually, in Kali Yuga, Manda Sumanda Mateo, Kalasmin Yuge Jana, their age duration is very less and they will not have so much time. Even they are disturbed, their minds are agitated, they can't study all the Vedas. So Krishna is giving in simple nutshell the entire summary of the Vedanta sutras, Vedic studies. What is that? To know him, to engage in his devotional service. This is the summary of this. So that's why Vedic, the purpose of the Vedas is to know Krishna and cut attachment to this material world. One who knows the Vedas in this way actually is the knower of the Vedas. So this human purpose of human life is for this. Parabhavastavat abhota jatam yavan jignasata atma tattvam. So Rishabdev is saying Parabhava. So human form of Parabhavastavat abhota jatam. So yavan jignasata atma tattvam. As long as in human form of life one does not inquire about himself and one does not inquire about God. One who does not inquire about his relationship with the God. His human form is defeated. So people, they come into this material world, they live like animals, saeva gokara, like cows and asses, and then they leave their bodies like cats and dogs. So that means their form, human form is wasted, parabhava. So that's the purpose of this human life, is to inquire into the self, atato brahma jignasa. And by inquiring into the self, by understanding Krishna, by understanding this material nature and relationship between living entity, the nature, material nature, and the supreme personality of Godhead, how to cut this attachment to this material world and how to develop attachment to Krishna. So all this is explained in this chapter. That's why this chapter is called Yoga of the Supreme Person. This is called Purushottam Yoga. So this is Purushottaman. So we all generally study this Supreme Yoga because all things are there in Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojana is very, very clearly explained. So I thank all of you for patiently hearing third and fourth shloka of Purushottam Yoga. So if anyone has any questions or comments, so please.
Hare Krishna, if anyone has any questions, you can raise your hand and then you can unmute and ask the question.
Okay, if there are no questions or comments, so
Thank you,
I
Prabhu.
hope we can.
Very comprehensive class. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving this opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।